LinkedIn and Modern Recruitment by Vala Renfro and Zachary Kirksey. LinkedIn is the world's largest professional network. Increased popularity and explosive growth led to LinkedIn hiring over 5,000 employees in 4 years. Roly Saxena was the director of sales within LinkedIn's talent solution business. She needed to increase the headcount of her group's sales organization by 35 to 40% in a few months. LinkedIn was a popular place to work and had always succeeded in bringing in top talent. When Saxena finds high-quality candidates, she shows and explains the company's employee value proposition in order to convince them to sign on. LinkedIn's 2014-15 strategy had 5 main parts. First, they wanted to foster viral member growth. They wanted to grow their member base and have members invite others and share content. Next, their plan was to be the primary professional profile on record. They wanted to be the primary professional network worldwide. They also wanted to become the primary professional publishing platform, which allowed members to publish, discover, and connect on a worldwide level. In addition to this, they wanted to grow on an international level. They wanted to expand sales, technical and support operations in other locations, and further develop the brand across the globe. Lastly, their goal was to increase monetization and create value for their members. When deciding on whether or not to continue with the hiring process, recruiters kept in mind the company's 5 core cultural tenets, which were released publicly so that all candidates could be aware. The company's cultural tenets were transformation, integrity, collaboration, humor, and results. In addition to this, they wanted candidates to match their 6 core values, which were: our members come first, relationships matter, be open, be honest and constructive, demand excellence, take intelligent risks, and act like an owner. They offered very competitive benefits when compared to other Silicon Valley companies. They offered employees 2 to 3 meals a day and state-of-the-art IT software, on-site dental, haircuts, dry cleaning, and more. One of the biggest challenges for LinkedIn was finding and employing enough skilled engineers as it continued to grow exponentially. Competition for talent in San Francisco and New York was intense, and LinkedIn needed to find a way to ensure efficiency in its hiring process. The company found most of their new hires using LinkedIn's talent solutions. LinkedIn focused mainly on passive recruiting instead of searching through candidate application pools. This meant that they would look at applicants who were employed elsewhere and not necessarily looking to change jobs. LinkedIn was already facing increased competition, which they only expected to grow. They were competing with other online recruiting and talent management companies, as well as keeping an eye on companies who were in the process of developing or could develop software to compete with them. They also were competing with other companies who profited from advertisements, lead generation, customer intelligence, and insights. LinkedIn focused on both internal and external recruitment. They would always look at current employees to fill new available positions, as well as other candidates who were not necessarily looking for a new job. Current employees frequently moved around the company, filling positions in a completely different part of the organization. Regardless, LinkedIn tried to find a middle ground between internal and external recruitment. The company looked for external talent in 3 different ways: using their LinkedIn talent solutions, employee referrals, and university recruitment. Although LinkedIn found that hiring through their application seemed to provide less quality candidates, they offered an incentive program for employees who referred applicants that proceeded to be hired. LinkedIn had a different approach to hiring than many other companies. They find students who still have about a year or 2 left until graduation and build relationships with them. They wanted to attract only the best and show them their culture and what it would be like to be a part of LinkedIn. They would give potential candidates tours of the campus and allow them to attend team lunches. They would do their best to show candidates the enthusiasm the team has to be working there and how loyal everyone is to the company. In order to prevent employee turnover, the company also offered a tour of duty, which allowed employees to move to different parts of the company and do completely different jobs instead of looking for other companies to work for.
3 possible solutions. One of the possible solutions is to no longer use applications when looking for new hires for the company and instead focus on other hiring techniques. As stated within the text, LinkedIn often hires hundreds of individuals through applications alone every year, and though they often hire a lot of employees this way, the quality of workers they get from applications is not near as high as those from the other methods. Cutting out application process would allow the company to search for more skilled employees rather than just hiring mediocre ones for the sake of hiring. The second solution is to continue to push the tour of duty promise. Having the ability to move fluidly within the company and being able to change jobs until you find one that suits your skills best within LinkedIn means that not only will their employees have the chance to be well-rounded, but it also allows the staff to find the correct field they are meant to be working in and excel in whatever position they find themselves. The last solution is to be more aggressive in the hiring process. With all of the big tech companies vying for the same talented employees, they need to up their competitiveness to make LinkedIn more attractive than the other companies. Whether it is upping incentives for employees who refer candidates, or it's offering a new hire bonus depending on their qualifications, any of these techniques are needed because the competitiveness in the marketplace is so fast right now. The best solution. We believe the best way to resolve this issue is to push the tour of duty plan for current employees and future hires. First off, it is an incredibly unique work structure that will separate themselves from other competition structures, making LinkedIn stand out in an incredibly cutthroat market. The second benefit to this style being implemented is that if you find that a new hire is not as productive as you initially thought they would be at their job they were originally hired for, you as a company are able to seamlessly transition them into another field of work within the company and see if they would thrive in it more than their original one and be more productive with the change of job and responsibilities. This also means that the company will not be as hard pressed to find an individual to fill one specific position. Rather, they can hire quality individuals and find a position that they will thrive in within the company. The last benefit to this technique being implemented is that employee retention would increase significantly, meaning that the number of the company's employees would not dwindle as much, and the overall need for great talent coming in will not be as dire because the ones that LinkedIn already has will stay longer, knowing if they want a change of scenery or a different challenge when it comes to work, they can find that within their own company rather than having to take their talents elsewhere, even to potential competitors.
LinkedIn has been a leader in professional networks and the way employers can find and compare candidates. One of their biggest struggles has been finding the best, most qualified candidates for their company. LinkedIn knows that the competition out there is difficult. Companies are offering more and more benefits to their employees in order to be able to recruit and retain quality, skilled workers. Saxena has plenty of experience handling mass hirings and has seen the transformation firsthand of the hiring process. There is still plenty of room to evolve and improve. LinkedIn should emphasize the tour of duty to current employees and potential hires in order to make people feel like they have options and can grow in many different ways at LinkedIn. LinkedIn is working hard to innovate and find better ways to recruit candidates more effectively and continue being a leader in hiring solutions everywhere.